Hello and welcome to today's video where we're going to look at patch 14.6 and the teams that are most affected by the patch. If you are a longtime subscriber, you'll recognize this style of content. I used to do it when before I started working full time, and I'm bringing it back with the change in the channel and things of that nature. But there will be a twist. Comment down below with which champion, buff, or nerf that you believe will cause the most change in draft, champion presence, and things of that nature, because in hindsight, I'm going to look back at these patches, make content on it, and say, okay, which buff or nerf actually was the most effective in presence. Commenting none will change is usually the wrong answer, because usually the patch changes something, whether it's placebo or not. You could even account for that. Comment down below and say, this nerf isn't that big of a deal, or this buff isn't that big of a deal, but teams are going to just pick or not pick these based on it just appearing in the patch notes in general. So, the happiest team due to this patch is T1. They come out +3. 5 champions on this patch are in their player's wheelhouse. I determined this based on the last time the champion was relatively meta, where many players were playing it, and who played it the most at that time. Playing it once or twice sometimes isn't enough. If they played it a couple or a few times, and they were the only ones that played it, I would I put them on here. And if it's a nerf, it is the teams that played that champion the most this year or recently. So T1, Zeus plays Sion and Ornn more than your average top laner. Diana for Owner in the jungle has been buffed. Owner plays Diana more often than most junglers. And then Galio mid for Faker. Senna bot was used by T1 more than most bot lanes. And it's been nerfed. +2 BDS Cho'Gath Sion for Adam. He plays those champions more than your average. He plays them a lot. Fnatic Ornn in top lane for Oscarinin, and Diana for Razork. Team Heretics Shen for Wonder, and Diana for Yanko. Shen is a champion that I really hope the buff ends up actually landing. Didn't really look at it closely to see numbers wise if it was going to land, but I know that I follow Froxen on Twitter, and they try and give an explanation for why they buff and nerf these champs, and the intention seemed like it was to try and get it better at the highest levels. Gen.g Sion and Diana. Top Esports Ornn and Sion, so 369 doubling up there. Team Liquid Impact Shen, Sion, and Tryndamere. Volibear nerfed on this patch. Not many teams got a chance to play it, but Umpty played it twice. C9, Cho'Gath, and Sion. In terms of +1, usually I don't put +1 on here when we have this many teams that are better off, but RNG had 5 champions on the patch that were affected, and they play them. So Ornn and Sion for Breathe, Galio for Tangwan. Wei played Volibear twice already, and Smolder being played by LWX, more than your average 80 carry. Meh, in the middle, who had the most champions affected by this patch but come out even? DRX, Cho'Gath, Sion, Tryndamere for Rascal. However, Karma in mid has been nerfed. Kiahu and Satab played it quite a bit. Senna and Smolder for Teddy. D plus Kia, Ornn and Sion in top lane for Kingen, but Karma for Showmaker, and then Volibear was played twice by them, once by Kingen and once by Lucid. KDF in the LCK, Tryndamere and Rek'Sai were buffed. Rek'Sai, in the case of Cuz, one of the handful of players that played Rek'Sai quite a bit in 2022. Volibear nerfed, as well as Smolder. BLG, Sion, and Diana are buffed. Karma and Smolder nerfed. JDG, Rek'Sai, Galio. So, Kanavi's Rek'Sai buffed, but Karma and Smolder nerfed. Thunder Talk, Cho'Gath, Scion buffed in top lane, but 80 carry suffers with Senna and Smolder nerfed. The three teams that are the most punished by this patch, I could have also included Mad Lions Koi. I probably should have. They are -1 as well as HLE. Mad Lions due to the Senna nerfs, HLE due to the Smolder nerfs. HLE are really not all. I mean, hell, Viper can play a lot of different shit, but they do come out -1, and they did play Smolder a lot. KT come out -2 due to the Senna and Smolder nerfs, and anyone's Legend are -2 due to Karma and Senna nerfs. So we'll see how those three teams handle it. We'll see if these teams get better in the case of maybe a Team Heretics, if you will, or even an RNG, BDS. We'll see if those teams benefit, because Adam does like playing Scion and godlike champions in top lane. So, like I said when I started this video, comment down below with which buff or nerf you think is actually going to be the most effective in terms of affecting presence in LOL Esports, not solo queue. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.